Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Iris. Today I want to talk about some of the gender affirming things I've done over the years to give you an idea of things that you could do for yourself if you are exploring your gender identity. I've actually done this video before, but I am doing it again because we have some more people here who probably haven't seen that first video. So let's just get into it. And also these are in no particular order. So one of the things I did to affirm my gender identity was cut my hair. I've been cutting my hair just about this short and then letting it grow out for like a couple years now. Usually I let it grow out until it's just a little unruly and hard to style. What I ask when I go to my stylist is, for one thing, she knows me already, so she knows kind of the hair that I like. Something you can ask for if you want hair like mine is like a short shag, something with curtain bangs you can push to the side, something with layers. I have really thick hair, so that works really well for me. I usually just show my stylist, whoever I'm going to, like a picture of myself with my hair in the state that I want it to be in. And this grows out really nicely and shaggy and cute. Cutting my hair definitely makes a difference every single time. I actually got this haircut like 2 days ago, so it's pretty fresh. But I got it because I have been channeling anime boys like more than usual and have been wanting to look a little more boyish. So I got a little boy haircut. A sort of unusual gender affirming thing for me was getting my ears pierced. I didn't get my ears pierced all the way until I was like 20 or 21. It happened right after somebody broke my heart. And I was just like, I need to change my appearance. So I pierced my ears. I like having a little dangly earring and then like a tight hoop on one of them. That's especially kind of a masculine look. For me, it was like instant gender euphoria. I was so excited to have my ears pierced. We're not getting enough light over here, so give me a second. So piercing my ears was just like, for me, like an unexpected gender euphoric experience, and I highly recommend it. I live in New York. Okay, I can't help it. Another big thing for me was dressing more androgynously. This is something it took me a while to explore. You can see kind of the evolution on my YouTube channel with like my outfit ideas videos. I never intended to become like a fashion content creator, and yet here we are. Dressing androgynously helps me feel much more comfortable in who I am and makes me feel like more boyish. And I'm always like leaning boyish, like not necessarily man, but boyish. And my fashion is a big way that I do that. If you haven't seen my videos before, go look at them so you know what I'm talking about. Dressing androgynously is about combining masculine and feminine elements, and I tend to do a lot more like masculine elements, but not in a way where I am trying to only be perceived as masculine. I also started using she, he, they pronouns. Honestly, I don't love they, them pronouns for myself, but it gives people an option affirming my gender identity without specifically gendering me in a specific way. But I do prefer like she or he. I've noticed like a lot of people don't use he, him pronouns for me, but occasionally when people do, it makes me feel really happy. And I do like that your pronouns are like a shorthand way to basically say to other people, yeah, I'm like non-binary when you're getting to know somebody. I think it's very helpful for that. Since I feel fine with she, her pronouns, it wasn't like a big, huge thing for me to introduce other pronouns, but I do really like it when I hear somebody using like a he, him for me. My Instagram profile says like boy, girl, both, and that's how I feel. Another huge thing was getting my first binder. I have a YouTube video where I tried on. I give you my first impression of my very first binder. Like, isn't that so precious? And oh my god, my binder's literally right here. I have recently gotten a new binder, which I like a lot more than the GC2B one that I initially got. I have a whole video on this. It's called like the most comfortable binder I've ever worn. I'll have it linked. But having a binder and having like compression options like compressive sports bra, etc., that has helped me feel comfortable in my clothing on days when I feel particularly insecure. On days when I'm feeling insecure, like a binder can make a world of a difference in making me feel confident again. And I was really shy about getting a binder initially because I thought like it's just gonna open a whole can of worms for me. You know, one of my roommate in college, she was like, would that really be such a bad thing? And I'm grateful that she kind of nudged me in that direction. Another affirming gender experience is definitely like talking to other people who are non-binary, who are trans, being around them, even if you're not talking about your gender, just being around other people who get it, like feels so wonderful. Having friends who get it feels so wonderful. Having friends with whom I can like talk about gender in a casual way where I don't have to be like monitoring every word. If I'm worried, like if the person I'm talking to like doesn't inherently kind of understand gender and like gender divergent experience, I will be monitoring my words and what I say very closely. That way they don't get any kind of false impressions of what like my gender means to me or like what it might mean to other people. And I'm like constantly like basically becoming a teacher in that context. So it's really nice to be around friends who understand it, because I don't have to be a teacher. I can just be complaining about shit or like being excited about things. People know how to affirm you, and that's really nice. People know how to interact with you in like a calm, not shy, you know, like not walking on eggshells way, and I really appreciate that. So being around other people who are not cisgender definitely feels good. I have a lot of cis friends, by the way. It's not like I don't hang out with cis people, but some of my best friends over the years have been non-binary and trans. This is sort of a recent find for me, which was, should I turn up my little ISO here? I know it's a bit brighter now. I'm sorry. We're gonna stick with this. This is sort of a recent thing for me, and that was figuring out like a makeup look that doesn't make me feel gender dysphoric. I have a couple makeup tutorials that are related to this. I like that I'm able to like put on a little second skin, make myself feel like a little more confident, less shy. Like, I've said this before, I like often wear like face makeup to kind of hide my nervous blushing at social events. So I'm glad that I found a way to wear makeup that doesn't make me feel bad and weird. I'm wearing makeup right now. It's kind of like crusty because I put it on this morning, but ignore that. I mean, like, it's great because I have an option of this thing that I like to do, because makeup is fun to do, for one thing. It's like fun to get ready, do your makeup. And then another part of it is like, yeah, it just feels like kind of like a little queer expression, and that's nice. Exploring your gender isn't really just about like topical changes. It's also about sort of your emotional presence and how your perspective. I think another gender affirming thing for me has been, I don't know how many times I've said gender affirming in this video, but it's what the video is about. What do you want me to do? But it has been incredibly impactful to allow myself to tap in to the way I want to see myself. Instead of repressing like negative feelings, like tapping into the positive feelings. For example, if I'm like looking in a mirror and I start looking at myself as like a masked woman, I start to feel bad. I feel like, yeah, and I feel ugly, which is stupid. Women are beautiful. Masculine women are beautiful. But if I start looking at myself as, oh, boy with some girlish features, or boy with more of an andro look, I start feeling a lot better. And I think that that speaks to how I comfortably see myself, is that I start to feel like good about myself when I'm looking at myself in the way that my heart desires. And if I'm looking at myself in a way that my heart does not desire, I start to feel, ooh, ugly, bad, not right, dysphoric, dare I say. Which is crazy, because physically I look the exact same way, but with one perspective, like I feel like and the other perspective I feel like, ooh, I look hot, I look cute. It's so crazy. And it's like an instant switch in like, oh, I'm realizing I'm looking at myself the wrong way right now, and then oop, oh, I'm fine now. Feel fine about how I look. It can be a little frustrating how much gender is related to like the way you look. A lot of the time, like that's kind of like the advice we see online. Examples of like non-binariness and transness, we see a lot of that visually via social media, and so it becomes a lot about aesthetics, but it's not just about aesthetics. Sometimes even if I'm like taking specific types of actions, I'm like, ooh, this is me boying, which is so silly, but it makes me feel good. Also, like painting my nails, like I like doing a clear coat, or I like doing chrome, or I like doing black, because I want to look like those cute boys who wear nail polish, okay? And I am one of those cute boys. Leave a comment if you relate to any of these things, or if you have a different thing that you do that makes you feel gender euphoric. That way we can all like have like this collective list of wonderful gender euphoric things and experiences. By the time you've seen this, like I will be in like Glasgow, which is crazy. I'm going for a brand trip. Like it will be my first time flying first class, and I'm so excited. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Today I'm summoning the embys. I think it worked.